I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. When it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust and the dirt on our clothes. Hey, my friend, we'll never say
Hey, everybody, come on into the Cajun Cooking Experience. How y'all doing tonight in this New Year's Eve? This is Spuddy, and we're going to do a little smothered cabbage tonight. I know it's New Year's Eve. People tell me, man, you crazy, you're doing a show. Who's going to watch? The people who want to learn and watch how to cook cabbage. Hello, Lucy. So tonight's going to be a good one. And they said, well, what if nobody watches? I said, my cabbage is going to be cooked tonight then. Hell, I got the job done for tomorrow. One of the things I did yesterday, I already cooked my black-eyed peas. So I'm ready to go. We're going to have some black-eyed peas and cabbage tonight. So we're going to go ahead and cook this cabbage tonight. We're going to smother it down. Hello, Mary. Happy New Year's. Oh, thank you, Lucy. But colorful. So, hey, Mildred. Hey, Katie. So watch this. Before we get started, I'm going to try something I haven't never done before. Purple and green cabbage smothered together. And I'm going to put some carrots in it. But what else does this look like? What's around the corner? Mardi Gras season. We got a Mardi Gras cabbage dish tonight. Shit. Man, we covering all the bases tonight. What's up, Dale Waggerstack? What's happening, Rocky? So right now we're going to start off. Whoa, Claude, what's happening? We're going to start off with some onions. Not only do I have my onions, I'm going to go ahead and my bottoms of my shallots are also cut up with these onions. I like to mix all that together. Happy New Year to you, Rocky. So the cabbage goes way back, but there's something else I want to talk about first. Orange is the new gold. That's right. You gotta improvise, Lucy. Or we can have them gold orange bell peppers. Same at you. I mean. All right, Lucy, Dale's car, I'm giving a shout out to you. So let's talk about New Year's resolution. Everybody today, and look, if you have a New Year's resolution, put it out on the screen because I love hearing people give their 3-week New Year's resolution because most of them don't make it past 3 weeks, and that's a long time. So let's go back. Where did all this come from? Okay, New Year's resolution goes back as far as 4,000 years to the ancient Babylonians. And if you go back in the biblical days, you have the Babylonians in the Bible. So it dates back to 4,000 years with the ancient Babylonians, and they made promises to their gods during the 12-day Akutu festival for good fortune. So they had a festival that they would do for good fortune. There you go. So kind of gives you a little idea how far back these resolutions go. Now, they did it for 12 days. Some resolutions that I hear people make, they don't last much longer than 12 days anyway. Now, something else I might have a little tasso in my cabbage. I want to put that tasso in early because it's made with a very lean pork and it's a very tough pork. If you look over here on the table, man, I've got my deer ground meat with deer and pork, and I also have my bell peppers right here. And of course, we got our carrots, celery, shallots, and a little garlic. It's something else I'm going to put. Then, of course, I have all purple and green cabbage. And Darren, what's happening, brother? Cook my pot of black eyed peas and some pork for tomorrow. Not about to cook or eat cabbage. Oh, George, what's happening, my brother? Happy New Year to you. Lucy, I have kept my New Year's resolution. Every year for a long time, I gave up making New Year's resolutions for New Year's. And that's one that you can keep. What's up, Brian? So I just want to smother this down. We'll smother our onions down like we always do. Hey, Leslie, Happy New Year to you. Both you and Ben. Okay, we're just going to keep on smothering it down. Now, one of the things I'm going to put in here, if you can see this, let me go there. Let me drop down on the camera. Oh, Ronald, you made it, brother. Pork neck bone. Pork neck bone is something that's one of the best hidden secrets. This is what it looks like, and this is coming off the hog neck. This is what it looks like before I cut it. Of course, it would have been extended because I've cut some off. But this is the pork neck bone, and this has so much flavor. And if you ever start using it, it's not known. A lot of people don't know about it. It's heavily used in the African American community because they've always eaten it. This is where I learned about it from. And I sell a lot of these, okay? So that pork neck bone is going to let out some collagen and some really good flavors, good smoke flavor in here. And it's going to be a really good meat to eat. Oh, Barry, you know you're going to get that Spud Man dance tonight. Oh, hell yeah. I wouldn't leave home without it. So going back to the New Year's resolution, the Romans later on adopted this associating with January 1st, with Janus. What is Janus? The god of beginnings. Janus, January. The god of beginnings for pledges of good behavior. So these pledges, this New Year's resolution stuff goes way back. I just want to keep on working this. And I just want to get this work down. And these neck bones, I'm going to throw that in. And what this is going to do, neck bones get really good flavor. And something else you can do, take the regular neck bones and just smother like regular, just fresh neck bones. They don't have to be smoked. And just smother that down. I had a friend of mine, he passed away last January, but I would cut him some fresh one. He would always sit there and smother that down with some onions. Ronald, what happened to the old stove? Have it in the corner over there, brother. This just made it cleaner, but it's still there when I need it. Don't worry. Hey, Melissa, what's going on, man? I still got the spoon, brother. My birthday, January. Happy birthday. What's the date, Melissa? Okay. Oh, Roy, Happy New Year, brother. Man, I'm having fun doing this show tonight. Shit, this is all right. And something else I'm going to bring in? I'm going to bring up my carrots. So I want some of the stuff that's going to take a long time to cook. I want to bring this in early. Now, you don't have to. You can wait till later. Because remember, we got to still smother down our meat. Now, why am I bringing deer meat in here? Why am I bringing something like this? I love loose meat in my cabbage. Smothered cabbage. Love to have loose meat. You know I'm not going to use ground meat. No way I'm going to buy me some ground meat. But I made me some deer sausage. January 2nd. Well, happy birthday, Melissa. That's right around the corner. And just to have that deer meat cooked down in there, with that pork, with some good pork in it. Oh man, this is awesome. So if you never tried it, try to cook it down some ground meat with your cabbage. It's a game changer. I don't do it all the time, but I love to do it every now and then. Oh, Vince, what's happening? Happy New Year, brother. All right. Yeah. Who said we weren't going to have nobody on tonight? Now, bringing in the new year, got to bring it in with a little Woodford Reserve. Yeah, you got to bring the new year in right. I just so use these carrots. Now, just keep on working these onions a little while before I bring my meat in. And I want to get these onions nice and brown. I'm not going to go as dark brown as I usually do, but I'm going to get them a little bit more. Then we'll bring that meat in and start smothering that meat. Now, over the centuries, the focus shifted on New Year's resolution. It shifted from religious duties more to secular improvement goals. Here's what we do today. So that we have self-improvement goals. And about the 20th century, this really took off. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, okay? Robin Mott, smell-o-vision. Oh, yeah, we're getting that next year. Damn it, Happy New Year. One of my Fauché cousins. Hey, Kim, Happy New Year, man. One of my old neighbors. Okay. Always gonna be my neighbor. So now we've gone away from the religious to now we're having the instead of having religious resolutions, we're doing self-improvement resolutions. You know, I'm gonna join the gym. Boy, that's vague. What are you gonna do when you join? Probably in 3 weeks, you're never gonna go again. So this is why gym memberships, people that own the gym want you signing up in January, and they want you signing up for the year. Because that first of January, you go in and it's packed. It is packed out. By the end of January, everything calms down. Oh, Ricky. Same to you, brother. So I shared something on my Facebook page today, and it was about from Ashna Health Systems. And what Ashna had was ways to help keep a New Year's resolution. It was pretty interesting. But one of the things they said, set specific goals, not vague goals. That may help you. I call it the best 3-week resolution you're ever going to make. So now, let's talk about cabbage. How far back does cabbage go? Cabbage goes back as far as 4,000 years. And it was cultivated back in Rome and Greece, and then also cultivated in China. And it has records in Greek and Roman texts about cabbage. Now, the only thing that cabbage wouldn't have been heading cabbage, okay? It would have been more of a leafy cabbage. But let's see, Harvey. New Year's resolution is something I know I can accomplish. I resolved to make sure that I don't ever have my Bluebell ice cream mixed with onions. Good one, Harvey. See, I like these positive New Year's resolutions because you know you're going to keep them. Lucy, she just quit making resolutions. She knows she's going to keep it. Hell, you know, last year I made a New Year's resolution. I was going to do a cooking show live on New Year's Eve, and I kept mine, damn it. Had that plan since last year, just for y'all. But yeah, those cabbages were non-heading, but cabbage at one time in Rome was luxury. It was a luxury to have cabbage. That means the peasants didn't get any. It was all the upper people that got them. And then some people even regarded cabbage better than any other vegetable that they had. Now, if you give me cabbage, cauliflower, or broccoli, I'm going to choose cabbage every time. So I do like it better than some vegetables. In fact, cabbage is one of my favorites. And one of the ways I like it is take a mandolin, which has a blade that you just slide it across, and you slide it, you cut it real thin cut. Man, does that make a difference than the thick cut. It makes a huge difference, and I'll make salads with it, just salt and pepper, and maybe a little vinegar, a little salt and black pepper. Really, really good. And maybe add a little olive oil to it. But it's real fine cut. The screen typing thing as you talk is AI? Yeah, probably so, Ronald. They got a lot of AI stuff they added to this platform over this year. So what I use is StreamYard, and StreamYard's added a lot of stuff, a lot of AI stuff, and a lot of improvements. So it probably is. Nothing to do with what I do. They just added it on their end. Because everything I do is FI, Fauché Intelligence. Okay, that is, so if it's typing before I talk, I don't know what the hell that is. Sound like a teleprompter. Now, Romans also use the cabbage, bring a little garlic in. Some people don't like garlic in their cabbage. I love garlic in my cabbage. The Romans love to use cabbage for medicinal purposes and gout relief. It was something for gout. You know, so many people get gout. Thank God, we knock on wood, I do not get gout. I have a lot of my friends get it. And one thing you never think about is cabbage. So why not, if I had gout and if it hurts as bad as people say it hurts, hell, I'd just chew off the head. I would try anything. But I've never heard anybody try, but supposedly it's good for gout, headaches. Didn't know that. So the Romans believe this now. And poisonous mushroom ingestion. So if you ate some poisonous mushrooms, eating cabbage supposedly help relieve that, or not make sure make sure the mushroom didn't kill you. Because a lot of times in those days, the way they found out it was poisonous is somebody, like a peasant or something, they would let them eat it, and if it got them sick or it killed them, then they knew it was poisonous. Sad thing, but it's the way they used to do it. And they'd also eat a lot of cabbage before a night of drinking. So supposedly, if you eat a lot of cabbage before you go drinking, you won't have a hangover the next day. Which I've told you all this before. I wish I'd have known this in my young days. I don't have to worry about a hangover anymore. Happy New Year, Jackie and Keith. Okay, now I'm gonna bring these bell peppers in. You know, I gotta have all these colors in. Now, if you want to cook your cabbage with just some onions, hey, Virginia, you can do that. A lot of the stuff I'm putting here, you don't have to do it. Cabbage is so versatile. You can do anything you want with it. You can cook it any way you like. You can add anything you want to cabbage. Cabbage is just one of these meals that basically everything goes with it. One of the things we're going to cook early next year is a cabbage gumbo, one of my favorites. George, what I'm sipping tonight? Man, a little old Woodford Reserve and a little water, a little splash of water. Man, this is some smooth stuff. It goes down like velvet. But yeah, so the Romans, they would eat this before they went out drinking at night. And supposedly you could drink more and not have a hangover the next day. I know one thing, I'm not going to try. Them days are gone. I'm finished them days. Hey, Patricia, what's going on, cuz? Happy New Year to you. I saw y'all little family picture on that space trash. Y'all looking good. Like I said, 4,000 years ago, they had the non-heading cabbage. So you had wasn't until the 14th century that you actually started getting cabbage with a hard head. And cabbage didn't come to America till around 1541, 1542. Remember, you had a lot of explorers coming over, European explorers. They were coming over and they would travel with cabbage. It did two things. Heavy in vitamin C, helped prevent scurvy. Then they also had sauerkraut. What was that good for? Healing, the treatment of wounds and prevent gangrene. Because you know, if you get gangrene on the seas, you were in trouble. You probably wound up getting a limb cut off. And if they had to cut it off, it was done with a saw, bite down on the rag, and they were going to cut it because it was nothing else they had out there. So it was brutal. So you didn't want to get that while you were traveling. Okay, we just get ready. Now we get ready to bring our meat in. So that cabbage was great for the long voyages. Here we go. Ooh. And before I bring it in, let's take a peek in the pot. You see, we have a lot of color in this pot. Lots of color. Ronald said the fish needed to eat. Yeah, I guess you're right, Ronald. That's the ecological way of looking at it. Whole new definition of save the whales, I guess. So what I have about 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 pounds of deer meat in here. So it's deer and pork, 50-50. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Got the color going on, brother. Call that Technicolor. Now, one thing about cabbage, it fills you up so you eat less. So everybody wants this New Year's resolution about losing weight. Everybody wants to lose weight for New Year's. Before you eat your meal, about 10 minutes before, eat your little bit of cabbage. It will help you fill up. And that is a fact. Cabbage is a good filler. Hey, Sue, happy New Year, cuz. When I put my deer sausage, Boston butt, salt and pepper. That is it, Ronald. Simple, simple, simple. So not only does it fill you up, but it has a lot of nutrients that help your stomach and intestines get strong. It help keep them stronger. So I'm gonna go list a bunch of stuff that they gave that cabbage does. Improves digestion because it has a lot of fiber. Weight loss. Everybody's out for weight loss. Lowers cholesterol. Immune booster. Help it boost your immune system. Cancer fighter. Reduces inflammation. Inflammation, one of those things that chronic inflammation would cause a lot of our sickness. Improves brain health. Reduces the risk of stroke and heart disease. Heals ulcers. Clear skin. Energy booster. Hangover cure. Eases headaches. Hell, I don't need anything else. And a cup of cabbage has 190% of the vitamin C that you need all day. Oh, Donald, Happy New Year's to you too, brother. All right, I'm just breaking up this meat. Now, I've also, one of the things I could have brought in here, I could have put a little smoked sausage in it. Some of that Spudman world famous smoked sausage, I could have had that in there. But since I bought the pork in with the deer meat, I figured this was good. But smoked sausage goes really well. Get you a really good smoked sausage. My brother, he bought this pack somewhere. Company out of Bogalusa. I'm not going to mention the name. I read the pack. He said it was only $5 a pound. I see why. Probably only cost $1 a pound to make the damn thing. Sound like an old West steak oil salesman right now. I know, huh? Man, I read all that stuff that this cabbage does. Yeah, I'm gonna go New Year's resolution. I'm going on the cabbage diet. I'm gonna be healed. Now today, cabbage is used all over the world. So many ways to cook it. They even do stir-fry cabbage, stuff like that. Salad, stir-fry, cabbage rolls, cabbage casseroles, cabbage gumbo, like I just said. So there's so many things you can do with it. So many things we don't do with it. We should eat more cabbage. And when I had my restaurant, we served cabbage every day. Cabbage seasoned with golden Italian dressing. And what we do, we put the golden Italian dressing on. You had to put no salt and no pepper because they can add their black pepper at the table. But the salt, the dressing gave enough salt to the cabbage. It was a perfect dressing. But it had to be the golden Italian dressing. Sounds like Yankee sausage up here. Man, Ronald, I'll tell you what, I don't add nothing fancy to it. You wouldn't believe how good it comes out. You'd be amazed. Okay, I'll let my spoon cool off. Man, I'm cooking so hot tonight, I got the spoon smoking. So cooking black-eyed peas and cabbage for New Year's, it's a Southern staple. It's what we do in the South. Symbolizes good luck and prosperity. The peas represent the coins of the money. And greens represent the money. So the paper money. So you got your coins. Now you can't have nothing brown because we don't make pennies no more. Oh, yeah. That brother, yeah. They got some bad sausages on the market, Ronald. You got that right. They really have some bad ones. This one was bad. They put natural smoke flavorings. When you see that, run. That's liquid smoke. And then, so with your black-eyed peas and your cabbage, something else you would have, cornbread. What was the cornbread? The gold. The gold, the paper money, and the coins. So you had a little bit of it all. So this was like a really rich dish. Now your black-eyed peas have West African roots. So black-eyed peas native to West Africa, they were considered charms to ward off evil spirits. There we go. Often served during the holidays. So black-eyed peas, there goes your luck with warding off evil spirit. And that comes out of West Africa. Now, the crazy thing is, I don't know why. Now, I cook 4 pounds of black-eyed peas, so I might have some in my freezer. All year long, I cook black-eyed peas once a year. I like them. I enjoy the hell out of them. And all year long, I said, why I don't cook anymore? I have no idea. We all wait to New Year's Eve to cook them and then never cook them again. A lot of people say they don't like it. I love black-eyed peas. I think they're fantastic. Darren, making cornbread in the morning. There you go, brother. You got it all going on. It's going to be a prosperous year for you, Darren. And if you put some of that spud man on doing sausage and all that, and that cabbage and black-eyed peas, man, this is going to be a super prosperous year. All right, now one of the things, you got to remember, my tasso hair seasoning, my deer sausage, my deer ground meat, deer sausage ground meat, it has seasoning. So when I put my cabbage in and I start cooking this, I probably will not need any seasoning. If I do, it's going to be very little. Now, one of the things I would do at the end, I bring a little sugar into my cabbage. That's something I learned from the ladies that cook for me in the African American community. They would put a little sugar in their cabbage, kind of take the bite out of it. Not a lot. Don't put it. You don't want a sweet cabbage. They'll just put a little bit, kind of take the bite out of it. And it was really good. But like I said, it's not a lot. And I've never seen a lot of people do that. Ooh, man, let's go take a dive in the pot. Man, look at here, look at here, look at here. This stuff is looking good. This stuff is smelling good. And this stuff is going to be good. Now, this neck bone, you see how I have the neck bone in? With the cabbage, you can put it in the beginning. It's going to cook fine. If you're using it, it's really good for beans, greens, stews. If you're going to cook it in beans and greens and all that, if you're going to have something cooking long, especially beans, halfway through, put your neck bone in. Don't put it in the beginning because that bones will start breaking apart. The bones are very porous. So if it starts breaking apart, it'll start shredding in pieces. So you don't want to put it in too soon in your beans. The beans take a long time to cook. So you wait about halfway through and put them in there, you're gonna have some badass beans. Oh man. Oh man. I'm ready to make my sandwich right now. Okay. Gotta keep switching them spoons. Now, one of the things, remember, cabbage is it's probably about 90% water, 80% water. When you put it in, it's going to start throwing a lot of water, so you got to be careful with that. My stock is just here to cook down my stuff before I put the cabbage in. Lenny, Happy New Year. Thank you, man. I love the show. I love that. Lenny says she loves the show. And Lanny, I love bringing it to y'all. Now, one of the most interesting stories, I've heard this before. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. Whether it's just folklore or it's true, but I can believe it's true. Back in the Civil War days, one of the popular stories said that Union troops, when they marched through the South, they walked past the peas because they thought that was just cattle food, so they didn't take it. And also, salted pork was left behind. So the families of the Confederate soldiers, they survived on this. So with surviving on this, it gave them food because the Union soldiers passed by it. Donald, are you serving over rice or pasta? Actually, I'm gonna serve it just my black-eyed peas and my cabbage together. But if I would serve it, it could go either way, or quinoa. Either of those, if I had to serve my black-eyed peas, I'd serve it over quinoa. Or rice, like a brown rice, I love it. Or a jasmine rice. Pasta, you can serve it over pasta, but that would be my last choice for me. But there's nothing wrong with it. The black-eyed peas over pasta would be pretty damn good. Oh yeah, now we're starting to get Man, we got a good little gravy down here. Let's take a shot at the bottom. And you see that little brown gravy building down here. This is going to give some awesome, awesome flavor to your cabbage. So it's all about layering these flavors. This is what we've done. We've come and just layered these flavors one after another. Now, one of our influences with European influence about cabbage was a New Year's tradition in Europe. So years ago, remember, most of us are European heritage. When our European ancestors came over, one of the things they did already, they were already cooking cabbage for New Year's as a tradition in Europe. And it symbolized money. The leafy appearance of the cabbage symbolized money, bringing them financial luck for the coming year. So now that I'm mixing purple cabbage, green cabbage, and put some carrots in for the gold, I'm going to get the lottery ticket next. But see how much luck this thing is carrying. So I was interested to see that our European ancestors were actually doing this before they got here. And another thing too, one of the other things too is bonfires, the bonfire tradition. That came from Europe. There's something they used to do over there, and that tradition traveled over here. Kathy, what's up, Kathy and Russell? Happy New Year to y'all too, my friend. Okay. Ooh, Lord. Lord. All I can say is, Lord, this is looking good. I got to taste a little bit of the meat. Oh. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, we didn't even bring in the cabbage yet. Now I'm going to go ahead and put these shallot greens in because I'm getting ready to bring that cabbage. Now, one of the things is you can't put a lot of cabbage because your pot's only so big, but then you know it's going to cook down and you need some more. You know, Cajuns always looking for new ideas. Shit, you know that's right. There's nothing we won't try. Okay. Now it's starting to let this cabbage cook down. And once the heat hits it, we're going to get a lot of water coming out. Now, let's talk about how do you like your cabbage? Some people like the cabbage really dark brown. Some people like the cabbage light brown, a little al dente. So they want a little bite to it. So how do you like your cabbage? Me, I like it any way you're going to cook it. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll have this one in, and then once the pot settles down, I'll bring in some more. So I'll have a mixture of both, which I really like. But I don't care from raw to smothered down to this dark brown. I really don't care which one it is because I like them all. Now I'm going to bring this a little bit of water in here because I don't want it sticking to the bottom, my meats and all. And what I'm trying to do right now is get this cabbage off the top, bring it down a little bit, and start bringing some of these meats up. Okay. You see it's cooking down pretty quick, so I can bring some more cabbage in. Like I said, I've never mixed them before, so we're going to see how it goes. That's 2 heads of cabbage, which I never thought would fit in this pot. Like I had 2 guys here this evening that told me I wasn't going to fit them all in there. Julie, born and raised in Lutcher, watching from Katy, Texas. All right. All right, Jackie says, all right. Well, Julie, welcome to the show. Glad you joined us. I know your family well. Okay. I want to bring me a little bit more. That pot is bigger than you. I got pot here, Ron. I was gonna break out my big pot, but it would have gone. It'd have been about this big. It'd have been a little bit too big. All right, now it's starting to wilt down. Now, another one of the foods that was a tradition in New Year's called Hoppin' John. This is more like in the hills or the northern Louisiana, Tennessee, northern Mississippi, stuff like that. I heard a friend of mine, Sonia, is always talking about Hoppin' Johns. Hoppin' John is a popular dish that combines peas and rice for wealth and pork for abundance and health. So that's pretty cool because something not only for abundance, but also for health. So I figured for health, since pork is for health, I bought this deer meat, this deer grind meat for health. Deer and pork. That could be for our health. Oh yeah, starting to get a little shine on this cabbage. So let's bring it down to the bottom. Let's get down and look in the pot. You're starting to see a little shine in there. This cabbage is starting to wilt now. And all that cabbage cooks down to not gonna be a whole lot when it's finished. Especially if you cook it all the way to dark brown. But if you cook it if you're gonna cook it for Vacherie, you have to cook it. You have to bring it in. You have to bring it all the way down, which is cool. Let's see. Ricky, as a kid, we had it browned down. Now that I'm in Alabama, it's popular steamed. Okay. And Ricky, you will be able to adjust to it. You like it that way? What's the difference between green and purple cabbage other than the color? You know, Donald, I really don't know. A lot of the packs that I would buy, let's say to make my coleslaw for the store, they would have little packs of purple in it and shredded carrots. I really don't know the difference. I haven't fooled with it. But just like the color, I did it because of the color. It's just beautiful. Janice, Happy New Year from Mike and I in Illinois. Happy New Year to y'all, Janice. Really colorful in that pot. Yeah, Julia, it is. This is the one thing I liked about the purple is that, and then especially you bringing in them golden carrots, purple and gold, not only when we talk about Mardi Gras, you got a little LSU going on in this pot. And the green, we got a little green wave going on. Hey, man, we rolling around the state. We don't want to be hating on anybody. And then there was an old proverb. I found this somewhere. And that eat rich, eat poor. An old proverb suggesting eating humble foods like peas early in the year leads to richness later. So peas, there you go. Tied into richness. Ricky, heavy with onions and garlic, nice ham steak. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds good. So I said, you have to be open-minded to eat it anyway. Hey, Sherry, Happy New Year's. So I'm like you, Ricky, I'll try it. My main thing, as long as it's seasoned good, if I'm gonna have a ham steak, I just want a good piece of ham. And those homemade hams that I make would be actually a great ham steak to put in here. Oh, man, this sucker's looking good. All right. A lot of work going on there without sipping. Ooh, this stuff is smooth. So look at it. Think about what I just told y'all. We have a lot of cabbage. I'm drinking a little Woodford Reserve. Guaranteed not to have a hangover because if I eat this cabbage and drink this, I'm not going to have a hangover. And it's going to help me be able to drink more. Hey, I got a good combination going here. So the Romans say. Now they had another thing. Some say that if you have the best chance at luck, if you eat exactly 365 black-eyed peas. I guess that's 366 on a leap year. And so that means one for each day. Now, if you're looking at that plate I'm gonna have, you can't count 365 black eyed peas because they're so damn creamy, which is the way I like them. I think a good thing would be to bottle the smell and sell it. Well, you got that right, Ronald. But man, that smell is something good in here. Now, other people, what they would do, and I've heard of this before, and I mentioned this before in the show, that they would add a coin to the pot. They would drop a dime, a quarter, whatever. I hope not a dime. They would drop a coin in, and whoever had the coin on their dish would get the most luck. Now, if you did out here, let me tell you what they'd be doing. You'd have to serve it because everybody be dragging that pot for that coin. Oh, man. All right. And these big leaves right here, if you want to take these big leaves tomorrow and make your cabbage roll. Just a thought. And I love good cabbage roll. Now, cabbage is grown pretty much. You can grow cabbage year round in different places. I had a friend of mine, his name was Charlie Jardina. He grew cabbage. He harvested his in the spring. And a lot of his cabbage went out to the St. Patrick's parade when they would throw food. A lot of his cabbage would go out there. He'd pick his more like around right now, all the way to the spring. And I can't remember. He grew thousands and thousands and thousands of head of cabbage. Not far from here, there's a place called Frenier. And there's a restaurant there, Frenier Landing. George Begnell had his restaurant in that part. And George knows what I'm getting ready to say. That was a huge cabbage growing area. So after, they used to go sugarcane there in that time. Then they also used to go cabbage. Cabbage is a big crop. And in the invention of the railroad, when the railroad came through, what they would do, they would take their cabbage and put the cabbage or sauerkraut on their trains, send it to New Orleans or Chicago to be distributed. So it's a huge cabbage growing area. We had a lot of truck farmers that did grow cabbage in this area at one time. And down a little south of us, Chack Bay, the town of Chack Bay, when I was working at McDermott, passing by, they had a lot of cabbage and shallots and tomatoes being grown in the field. A lot of truck farmers in that area. Darren, me too, brother. Remember we did that Cajun cooking experience at the lake. All right. Now, I'm going to start tasting it a little bit. Because one of the things, not only do I want to taste, I know it's not soft enough yet, but this is going to give me a taste for seasoning also. Just to see what kind of seasoning this cabbage is picking up. Remember, all my meat I put in so far has a lot of seasoning on it. South Alabama, the dish is not only cabbage, it is as much for the pot liquor and cornbread. I'm glad you mentioned pot liquor. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Ooh. This is going to be very different with the purple cabbage. So Ricky mentioned the pot liquor. Let's skip down to the soul food. One of the things, and I saw this I watched this in a YouTube video a couple of years ago. Take some smoked ham hocks. What you have to do is boil them on the side, and you're going to get that liquor. You're going to get that pot liquor on the side. Take the ham hocks, break them apart, put them in your cabbage. You use that pot liquor from the ham hocks to cook your cabbage. That right there, and I've done it before. After I watched that video, make that cabbage stand up and scream. You can do it with fresh ham hocks, or you can do it with smoked ham hocks. But that pot liquor is a good base, a good stock for whatever you're cooking. Y'all didn't give me the envie to make some cornbread tomorrow. Ooh, Lord. All that pot, that cabbage was all the way to the top of this pot. Look at it now. Let's go ahead and take a look down in the pot. A lot of color in this pot. You got your carrots, giving some good color. You got all your meat, the browns from your meats, and then your purple and green cabbage. There's your neck bones starting to get tender. Then you have your tasso in there. And what the tasso is doing is giving it that hint of smoke. If you want to put sausage in it, you want to put andouille in it, you can. Tasso is nothing. Same meat as andouille. Smoke this. I smoked this tasso with andouille. So it's got a good smoke flavor to it. And what I like about using, I like to make my tasso, what I like using it for is that it's little bitty pieces of meat. I can cut it up small, but you can do the same thing with your andouille. What do you say, Keith? Now, we was talking about, you see, I only like to eat cornbread in the days that end in Y. I'm with you on that one, Ivy. But I had a lady work for me, her name was Jean Carey. She made the cornbread. I don't know if it was cornbread or cornbread cake, but it was the best damn cornbread I've ever eaten in my life. Spuddy, would it be okay to sprinkle a little brown sugar when the cabbage is almost done to give it a little sweet taste? Absolutely, Howard. And so the ladies that used to work for me, and Howard, you remember I had a lady named Ruby Charles. She would always put a little sugar in her cabbage. Absolutely. You don't want to overpower it. You don't want to overdo it. But you give a little brown sugar or a little white sugar, you put it in there, and it's going to give you a really different flavor. So yes, yeah, that's a good thing to do, Howard. And I never heard of that until I saw Ruby do it. And they would also put sugar in their peas, make them sweet peas. I might add a little bit of stock in it. Doesn't take much. I didn't add much. How far down you want to go with this? Or you want to go. We're getting to where it's halfway to the brown now. We're halfway to where it's going to be really, really brown. Now, this is the way I actually like it for me. But I do cook it down more because if you cook it all the way down, everybody's going to eat it. If you go halfway, you're going to get a lot of, I don't eat it like that. Now this year, along with what I'm gonna do, I always told y'all we made our own hams. We make what they call a madeleine. I experimented with one this year with green onion chicken. Green onion chicken. It was thigh meat, green onion, and we went ahead and made a ham out of it. Badass. Damn good. But I like chicken and I love green onion. Got to cook to the audience. Yep, you got it, Ronald. And that's what it was when you was in the restaurant business. You had to get away with the way you like it. You can't, oh, Booty, what's happening, brother? Checking me out, man. You couldn't cook because that's the way you like it. You have to cook it where you're cooking for everybody. So you hit the middle. You're trying to hit the middle of the road. And if you can please 90% of the people, you're doing good. You always have some people not going to eat it the way you cook it. But if you only base it on yourself, it's a hit and miss. So cooking for the masses is going a little bit different. All right, Joy, Happy New Year, brother. Oh, Baron, what's up, my brother? God bless you with that badass food. My son-in-law had it, and it ain't good. Hope you got a good nurse taking care of you. Okay. Another little taste. I can't resist these tastes. Now, what something else I like to do when this cabbage is gonna cook down, I like to leave my cabbage a little wet. So I'll add a little stock in. And the reason I like it that way is because tomorrow morning, when I'm warming up for lunch, I want to make sure that cabbage has good moisture. Cabbage and black-eyed peas. Oh, I got deer sausage in it, deer ground meat, deer and pork ground meat. All right, I'm gonna make some more, brother. I didn't put it out there because I wanted to make sure it was good. Dude, I think we're slamming. Oh. Man, if that don't bring you luck for the new year, you really have bad luck. I'm gonna tell you, okay. Somebody asked about the difference between the purple and the green cabbage. The purple cabbage is going to take a little longer to cook. Green cabbage is very, very soft right now. The purple cabbage still has a little bite to it. Still has a little body to it. But the flavor's there. Let's see, George said he's doing his in the morning. Sausage, andouille, and tasso. Oh, hell yeah. So I got tasso in here, and I got the deer sausage in here, the deer ground meat. And the tasso, well, I just went and put tasso instead of andouille, but that's going to be a good one, Joy. Now, I usually add a little smoked sausage to it, just to give it a little bit of fat content. That's always good. And of course, I use the Spudman world famous smoked sausage. In case y'all didn't hear, world famous. Okay, go ahead and take a peek in that pot. And you see, we got a little liquor going on down there, but look at the color. Look at the brown color on that. This is flavor. Okay, this is really a lot of flavor built up in this pot. Mega flavor. I'm gonna add a little bit of stock to it because I want to keep this wet. Because this stock is really cooking out here fast. Corned beef in the can for the kicker. Go ahead, Joy. Got it going on for New Year's. Okay. Man, they got some color in this pot. So keep in mind the purple cabbage is going to take longer. And that's the cabbage my buddy Tim Becknell grew in his massive garden. Okay. So now we've got fresh turnips are plentiful. Do you have a Cajun turnip recipe? Take them turnips. A good turnip and beef or turnip and pork stew. Telling you can't go wrong. You have a little smoked meat to put in it, use that. One of my favorite, if I get a deer neck, I'm going to cook this here one night. Deer neck and turnip stew. Man, out of sight. So if you have some beef or some pork, use that to make a good turnip stew. Just like you do your stew, like you do any other stew, put your turnips in at the end. You're going to cook your pork real good. And if I get some fresh turnips, we may do that next week. That way we can see how it's done. But I'm hoping to get a deer neck. That works really, really well. Rocky said the fireworks are starting. Rocky, you got that brand new TV. Hell, turn it up loud. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we're going to start adjusting the seasoning. Remember we were talking about the sugar? Just a spoon of it. This should be enough. And the cane farmers need a little loving. I'm going to bring a little bit of salt in. I don't need a lot. And a little bit of black pepper. Don't need a lot. And I'm going to give it some little hot sauce loving. Again, you don't need a lot. Just a little bit of everything. Remember, my deer meat is well seasoned. And I made this deer meat with some piquant. Now, take a look in the pot. You can see this thing's really starting to brown now. You see the cabbage is really starting to get cooked down. And this gravy's got some color. Oh, Sammy, Happy New Year, brother. Glad to see you on tonight. Ooh, Lord, 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 Lord. Oh. The purple cabbage. Joey said he's smelling it all the way in reserve. The purple cabbage is starting to get a little color now. I mean, it's starting to really, really soften up now. Sammy said no pool tonight, so I ain't got to shoot no pool, huh? In case y'all want to know, Sammy ain't got no swimming pool, he's shooting pool. Because he's the man if he's out there swimming. See, I got good moisture in this pot. And this should finish it now. So now, Brian, this smell is kicking. Oh, wait a minute. I got this good gravy at the bottom. Hell, we can't end the year without a little French bread. Ooh, look at the color on that bread. I'll bring it back up. Oh, come on, Rock. Damn. All right, David. Happy New Year, brother. Lord, y'all. Pot liquor ain't never taste so good. Hell, this is damn good. Okay, now. Got my little serving of black-eyed peas. My little serving of cabbage. My little neck bone in the pot. And this cabbage, this thing is almost done. Lord. And I love to take my cabbage and put it over my black-eyed peas. I like that little gravy mixing in with the peas. Oh, man. Oh. Lord, you taste a little sweetness from them carrots in there? Little piece of pork neck bone off of there? Well, it's just being stubborn. Okay, mix that up. Oh. What a way to end the year, and what a way it's going to be to start the year tomorrow. Holy cow, holy cow. The pork and the deer, and the season from that, really giving it a good flavor. As a piece of tasso. Tasso throwing in a little smoke, but not overpowering it with smoke. How much you want, it's up to you. But I'm not overpowering it with smoke, and the neck bone brought in a little smoke too. Lord, if this don't bring a smile to your face, I don't know if it brings you good luck, but sure bringing some good taste over here. Yeah. This stuff is slamming. So, combination of the green and purple cabbage. Purple cabbage is going to take a little longer. You may want to give it a head start. First time I ever tried it, but it's really coming out good. It is wrong, Joy. It's so damn wrong. But you know, tonight I'd rather be wrong than to be right. Oh, that neck bone. Holy cow. Yeah, that's it tonight. When I sign off, I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. My cabbage. Hey, Tammy, Happy New Year, baby. My cabbage is gonna be cooked for tomorrow. I wake up tomorrow, I might have this for breakfast. I'm gonna make me a cabbage and black-eyed pea wrap. Hell yeah. All right, Jeremy, Happy New Year. Good night, Ronald. So thank y'all so much for joining in. I wish y'all all the luck in the world for the new year. Get your cabbage and black-eyed peas going. And get that 3-week New Year's resolution going. And I hope you do. I really do hope you make it longer than that. Ashley did put a good article. Go look at my Facebook page. I did share it. Happy New Year, Brian. Well, y'all, Happy New Year to all of y'all. We'll be back next Wednesday. Not sure what I'm cooking. Anything you want to see, just shoot it out. But hopefully it's something with wild game, if I can get some wild game. So thank y'all so much. Happy New Year's. Love y'all. God bless y'all. And we'll see y'all next year. Yeah, man.
Don't get me wrong, I love my life. These concrete walls, these city lights. What I'm about to say, it won't make no sense.